Good evening, MRC watchers. It is with great sadness that we heard of the death of Queen Elizabeth II. She oversaw so many changes in not just the United Kingdom, but indeed across the world. She always acted with great dignity and will be remembered with reverence. MRC, all of our drivers, our stewards, our administrators and our management team would like to offer our condolences to all members of the royal family of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth, and join the country and indeed the world in sending our best wishes to our new King, Charles III, and the Queen Consort, Camilla. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a sad time, but indeed life must go on. And tonight we bring you a very special MRC-X, not just here in Holland, but tonight we are bringing you Formula 2, the first time that we have actually brought Formula 2 to MRC-X and to MRC in general. So tonight is going to be a rather spectacular event. As you can see, the joyful part will be I have absolutely no idea any of these teams' names, so we're going to just make random comments as we go through tonight. As I said, in memory of our great Queen. Do get involved, everybody, in terms of the YouTube live chat, and we'll be sharing the link in due course to the Discord for everyone to watch. Now, tonight, whilst majority of the time I'll be randomly talking about lots of just random rubbish, we do have two of our drivers who are racing tonight joining me alongside in the commentary box. That is one and only Mr. Mark Hodge, and very much Mr. Mark Dennison as well. Gentlemen, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Yeah, pretty good. And I think you summed up the in the introduction very, very well. And yeah, we do. We sad day yesterday and today, of course. And yeah, we all offer our condolences and to all the royal family. But as you say, life does continue, and we hopefully tonight will do kind of our own justice. I know a lot of the drivers are doing a memorial helmet design for the Queen.
Exactly.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. Do you know what? I have absolutely. I have people telling me car names and team names, and I'm just sitting here going, I have no idea. I mean, that one that Carl's in is a Campos Racing. Well, it looks a bit camp, but I mean, all you'd need is a bit of pinky flowery and we'd be fine. But there we go. That is a Campos, people, and there is. What's G-Star in? Is he in a Campos? No, he's in an ART. An Art Attack, that's what it is.
I think the difficulty is a lot of them either look the same as other teams, or because in Formula 2 they had their own sponsors, the same team can look totally different. Yeah,
I mean that's a Prima, apparently. Or I'm going to call that a Prima Donna. But what we've got here is we've got DAC Convertible and a Trident. Now that's a nuclear missile, so we better watch him tonight. He is going for it, is what I'm going to tell you. So there is a Trident with Ray-Ban at the side.
It is going to feel like a nuclear missile. I don't know if Mr. Hodgson spotted this, but we've only got one set of tyres.
Oh, yes, we have. So I'm just sitting here quite nicely for now.
So this is where they end up having to go through the sort of warm-up cycle, isn't it? Because the tyres are slightly different. I'm going to talk a bit more about the F2 cars in a minute, but yeah, interesting. Right, what is Loppian? He is in a... what's Loppian?
I think he's in a Trident as well.
It is a Trident.
He is. He's right. Yeah. He's a nuclear missile, so that's fine, right? Okay, let's go and have a look. Let's Confetti Krieg. What's he in? He looks like he's in a camp machine as well.
He is in a camp machine.
He's a camp machine, right? We're getting used to this, boys and girls. Right, let's have a look at the fanning. He's in a blue and white thing. Fanning. He's in an MP He's a member of Parliament. He's MP Motorsport. Better watch him. And
that's worrying if he's in Parliament.
Well, exactly. Well, just watch him in the bars at night. There we go. Le Rappel. Now, Le Rappel's got a pink against his name, but he's black. So Le Rappel is in an HWA. I've absolutely nothing for that one just yet, to be perfectly honest. I'll find something for it, but we'll come back to that. Let's just tell you a bit about the F2 cars. Now, these indeed weigh 755 kilograms, including the driver, at a width of 1.9 meters and a length of 5.2 meters. They are powered by a V6 3.4 litre single turbocharged Mechachrome engine. Now, when was the last time Mechachrome was in Formula 1? Can you tell me?
I'm going to have to say in the 80s.
1998. The Williams that was sponsored by Winfeld, it was the Mechachrome, because they were rebadged Renault engines. They may have actually operated under Mechachrome in 1999, but they were definitely Mechachrome in 1998. They were pretty useless, to be fair. I mean, they were Renault and it is French, so of course. And they are rated to 620 brake horsepower, 8,750 RPM, and they are rebuilt after 8,000 kilometres. So they are pretty much designed to last the season. Now, we've got Sambal on track, and he is in a Uni Virtuosi.
He's my teammate for tonight.
He is. Although last year, well, bear in mind these are F2 2021 cars, he's got Drugovich on the side, spare parts Drugovich. Now, Drugovich is leading the F2 Championship as we speak, so that's an interesting one. Right. What is... Oh, Scott's in a water dam. So he's in... Actually, we could call him Rotterdam. Or Amsterdam. Or we could just call him a dike. Anyway. Hey, I'm easy, Ozzy, whatever we want to call him. But he is in a dams with Armstrongs. Do you know, this is a bit like when Clarkson, Hammond and May raced the BMW 3 Series in the Silverstone 24 Hours, and they put like fake advertising like Peniston and all that kind of stuff. This very much reminds me of that.
I do remember that. That was probably one of the... that was very much a highlight.
Oh, yes, exactly. Now, Le Rappel's just went quickest in the HWA Race Lab pink thing, which I think used to be linked to Force India. Monsters had a little bit of a spin in his Fraser residence, Carlin. He's your teammate, is he not, Simba? No, you're... you are! Is. Oh, do you know who you are tonight? You're Deruvola. I was actually about to call you Jason Derulo, because that's technically what I'm now going to call you. You're now Jason Derulo, because you're in Deruvola's car, which is Red Bull liveried. Looks nice. I'll remember you. Right. Who else am I going to remember? You're in a can of beer. What?
Yeah. Carly.
Don't give up the day job. Right, Kid's Dynamite. He's in some form of... What's he in? Kid Dynamite. He's in a Prema, so he's in a Prema, whatever. Aye, okay then. Right, who's in the Charoux? Mr. Flurries. Now, he was replaced as Mr. Flurries. Gene Genie, he is in a Charoux. Let's have a look at that. Mighty, horrific. That's blue, white and red. That's the colours of... Right, I'm not having this anymore. I know we're doing red, white and blue for very monarchy reasons, but I'm not having that colour. CPI Property Group. Tesla on the back. This is absolutely horrific. Right, let's see what Gene Genie can do in his Chardonnay car. Oh, he's gone into the pits. About the best thing for it. Right, Le Rappel in his HWA Race Lab thing is in pole at the moment. Dak Convertible is second, G-Star's third, Fanning is fourth, Baldy is out, he's also in the HWA Race Lab, and Scott in his Chardonnay. No, is he in a Charoux? Yes, I think. No, it was Gene Genie that's in a Charoux. Scott is in a Dams. He's in a Dyke, that's it. He's got his fingers in the Dyke. There's Sambal. What can he do? He goes 10th. How are we finding the cars, gents?
I've left the pits, but here's a fun thing I've just seen. I may have missed something. G-Star is out on the wet tyres.
What?
Oh, I thought it was fully dry. I don't know if I just missed something.
Oh no, he has. He's put the wets on. He's maybe just learning the circuit because you're only allowed one set of tyres.
True.
Yeah, that's bold. I'm currently sitting on board with Jason Derulo on his fast lap as he comes round the corner that we love just before the second DRS zone.
Those wet tyres aren't working for G-Star.
Nope. And he's Simba's now coming into the Audi corner. Nicely done there. And then Hunsarat. And here we go, coming down to Kummelbocht. Just going to call it Kummel after the tyres. There we go, and nicely turned in there. Puts the full power of that 620 brake horsepower engine down. It'll take me forever to get down the straight, but here we go. Let's see what the man who's leading the Tier 3 Championship can do. And he goes 12, 122.6. There's more time there, Mr. Simba, in the Lion King. Right. SFR Energy Dan has decided in his... Oh, he's Roy Nissani tonight. What's he in? Make a Wish. Israel, Startup Nation. Williams Racing. Oh, he's a Willy boy. Oh, he's in a Dams, that's what it is. Never going to get used to this, folks. Never going to get used to this in the slightest. Right, is everyone just going very slowly? Because Monster's going slowly, but he's going to be caught very quickly by... Oh, I think he got rear-ended by someone. By Kid Dynamite. Kid Dynamite in his number one car. Rear-ended Monster. But he's gone into the pits. Scott's gone up to third. G-Star is still out on the wets. He's not setting any fast times whatsoever. And why have we got two cars slowing down? Has everybody forgotten how to drive? We're all driving on the grass for these F2 cars. No, you can't do this, boys. Mark, you're still in the pits, so I can't follow you.
Yeah, I'm going to leave now. I thought it's getting a bit quieter on track. Why not?
Well, it's a 30-minute qualifying session as well. God only knows
what.
Only
one set of tyres. It's
well, exactly. I mean, there we go. Low fuel mode, says Andrew. So apparently that's the reason why he was going so slowly. Right, I'm looking at this G-Star car. I-Ban first. So his is an Art Attack car. Some of these sponsors I don't think exist in real life. Right, let's watch Bildy Baldy and his X-Experius Remus Alessilo Deleda Engineering Speed HWA Race Lab car. Oh, tell you, I was thinking that. Trust Connor to take his MRC-X week off when it's F2 cars, and literally leave me with the no bath water in the baby. Anyway, Floppy Loppy is back out in his Trident Velar Vessels thing. Art GP took Hamilton to the GP2 title. Not interested. CPI Property Group, sponsored by Tesla, is Gene Genie. He's in 10th at the moment. He's doing quite nicely. Let's jump on board with his Chardonnay Racing. Oh, he's got Fittipaldi on his. He's racing in the Fittipaldi seat. There we go. He's having a bit of a slowdown. He's clearly decided he's not going quickly on this lap. Right, let's have a look at Geki, our Tier 4 winner a few weeks back. Intermarché. These are made up sponsors, they've got to be. Supermarché, yes, not Intermarché. Anyway, let's see what he can do. He's in the Sauber Academy, Richard Millet. He's in 14th in the moment, 122.691, 15/1000th of a second behind Simba, who is going back out again. Oh, he spun it! He's lost his front wing, coming into the banking. I nearly did that. Right, let's see what Monster can do in his Fraser residence, Carlin. Can imagine him having some form of apartments. Although here comes Neil in his Tesla Cheroos. And he's got Sam. Don't know who that... Oh, we've got another car that's just went round. Who's that? Is that Kid Dynamite? Yes, Kid Dynamite's had a moment coming out of turn 1. He manages to find reverse gear and manages to bump his rear wing of that that car that you're watching now. Ferrari Driver Academy, that's it. There you go. Right, Scott's in third. Right, Simba, since I'm not racing tonight and I'm second in the championship, Scott is your nearest and dearest challenger.
Oh, fun.
So get on it. Right, I'm going to jump on board with Fanning. He's Richard Verschoor tonight, so he's a Dutchman. If you're interested, go to https://richardverschoor.com. I'm told that is not anything to do with anything that you may want to go and see. But anyway, let's see what Fanning can do. We'll see what he does. He opens the DRS flap wide open. Look at that hole. Oh, it's beautiful. Right, into turn one we go. Dropping it down, and does he drop it to second? He does indeed. The car nicely turns up, shifts into third quite nicely. Now coming down into the slight turn two. There we go, nicely done. Now into the banking of three, down into second gear. Can hear the car wanting to really go from below him there, up into fifth. 6 gears. There's only 6 gears in these cars as well, remember, so no 8th gear here. Lurapel still quickest, Kid Dynamite second. Mark, you've gone third, and Richard Verschoor. Fanning has gone a little bit wide and he's had to get out of it. Fanning almost had a moment where many boos may have come out there for him, but he has held it nicely. G-Star is out on the softs. Let's jump back. Mark, are you on a cooldown lap?
I am, yeah. Just going to do another lap in a moment. I knew Fanning was coming somewhere, so I'll just allow him to go.
Yep, let's see what Simba can do. He was quicker about half past second as he comes through the banking in his Jason Derulo car. And as he comes across the line, there's his hole open. The Mumbai Falcons is in his sponsorship and he goes 14th. Right. Here's Sambal in the Drugovich Virtuosi University Racing spare parts car. Remember folks, 30 minutes of qualifying, God help us all. 19 laps race, mandatory tyre pit stop, prime and the option tyre in Formula 2, so bear that in mind, they will have to make a pit stop. Remember, safety cars could come out as well. So you might get even more action tonight. Right, Carl is in 19th after being on provisional pole for a matter of seconds earlier in the session. Here comes Sambal as he comes across the line. Can he improve on his 122.5? He does, 122.2! Carl is coming up through that first sector. Oh no, he's on the out lap, so we're not thingied. Right, Dan, come on, Dan the man. The Energy Dan with your Make-A-Wish Foundation in your Dams car, yes, that's it, Dams, yep, that's it. 20th and last. Lurapel still there. Kid Dynamite is second. Mark, you're back in the pits. Scott is back out in his Armstrongs. It's better, just to be honest, they could just put Halfords on it, it would make more sense. Let's see what you can do. Oh, we had a moment coming. Oh no, it's alright, yellow flag, there we go, folks. If you are wondering what on earth you are listening to tonight, welcome to the Idiot's Guide to Formula 2. When we're
I haven't got a clue guide.
Oh, this is the absolutely not got a clue. I mean, I'm literally
Formula 2 for dummies.
It's past the dummies bit. It's definitely the Idiot's Guide to Formula 2 because I've got no idea what's going on with these teams. If you are watching for the first time into MRC, this is the first for us in terms of Formula 2, usually Formula 1 cars. We have 5 races a week, Tier 1 and Tier 2 on a Monday. 7 o'clock for Tier 2, Tier 1's 8:45, and on a Wednesday we've got Tier 3 and Tier 4. Tier 3 starts at 7 PM, Tier 4's at 8:45, and then on a Friday evening at 7:30 we've got MRC-X, which this is. Bank Holiday Special is the Netherlands. Didn't know that Spa was in the Netherlands. Yes, that is true, Boothie, because I think I may have put Spa on the actual broadcast, which actually is deliberate. Just wanted to test people out. But yes, the Dutch F2 Grand Prix is at Spa. So yeah, welcome.
It's the inner circuit.
It's the inner circuit, exactly. It's the Spa. Oh, Dak Invertibles just went really wide in his Trident. That nuclear missile went off. But yes, Boothie, well done. We'll change that after. Right, I'm looking at a Mumbai Falcons, Jason Derulo, Carling, Heineken sand machine. I'm presuming, Mark D, you're going into the pits.
Yeah, I've run out of fuel.
How many people are running out of fuel? Sambal's lost it.
It gives you 3 laps of fuel.
What?
1 set of tyres with 3 laps of fuel.
That is ridiculous.
You can't set your fuel on F2.
Oh, that's
and
ridiculous.
There's no ERS.
Oh, there we go then. That's not good. Right, Sambal's had to retire because his car is somewhere. Oh, his car's. Yep, there we go. CPI Property Group and Tesla for the Chardonnay vehicle. Oh, who's coming out of the pits? Let's have a wee look. Carl in his Campos Brute Shin. We'll call him the Brute Mobile. There's G-Star and his Alpine High. No, it's not high tech. We're not using them tonight. Right, Scott's in 4th. Mark is in 3rd. Simba, come on. Up the grid.
Trying. I'm 8th.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Apparently, well, let's put it this way. Andrew, Monsters in 14th, clearly doing his research on the good old live chat because he's telling us about ART Grand Prix took both not interested. Lando Norris is a former Carlin driver, yep, and both current Williams drivers drove for Dams. Anyway, moving on. Right, so let's have a look. I knew these already. Well, what? You knew what already? Right, G-Star. Let's see what he can do in his I-band first ART. Oh, he's lost it. Coming onto the banking, the legendary G-Star has well and truly hit the barriers. He's taken out another car as well. Oh, who was that? That was Loppy. Loppy Floppy's hit him. And it was a hard one as well. It wasn't Floppy this time. Because Loppy's got a 5-second penalty. You can tell I've not commentated this week in Holland. Which makes it even worse. Baldy, he's got a pink one. But he's not in a pink car. He's in a Remus at the back. I think he's a Dams, isn't he? No, HRX. HWA Race Lab, that's it. There we go. Floppy Loppy. He is Viscal. He's the Trident. That's fine. Confetti Krieg. He was called Craig. Is his name Craig? Anyway.
It is, yeah.
To be fair, I would just call him IKEA. Because it sounds better. There's Rob coming out in his Tesla Trident thing. Don't quite know if it is. Let's see. Yes, it is. Who have we got here? Jacksta. He's in an HR something. Oh, he's in Oscar Piastri's car. Is he going to come out onto Twitter shortly and deny anything that gets said about him?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, well, I say that he's moving to Tier 3. I strictly deny these rumours. Right, he's on his outlap. We'll come back to him. Energy Dan is coming back out again. Mark, you're on the track in an Alpine Academy Uni Virtuosi. How does it feel driving that thing? Oh, what happened to your front wing?
Yeah, I had a moment into turn 3. Just the back went and corrected, and it was. I should have been on G-Star's wet tyres, I feel like.
Yeah. I noticed because I thought, we're missing a front wing. Right, here's Kid Dynamite just coming through the banking in his random car. Call it a Trident. Just call all these cars names like Oliver or something like that. That'll do. Kid, he's run a little bit wide there. He was beginning to mow the grass. There's a pink Bildy Baldy has gone up into 9th place at the moment. Fanning is in 10th in the pits. He runs a little bit wide, this Kid Dynamite. He's coming up behind another car. Informative commentary tonight, folks. Let's see what he can do. He's 0.7 of a second down at the moment, so he's not going to really improve that much. Marcus Armstrong, that is Scott. He is on an outlap at the moment, so let's go on board with him in his Dams. Now he's following, I think, Kid Dynamite actually, so let's stay on board with Scott as he comes through the banking in his Dams car. He's going to get a nice slipstream from Kid Dynamite in front of him. I think that's in the trim, but is Kid going to get out of the way, or is Scott? He does. He pulls off just to the side. doesn't want to have himself anywhere near the dike there in case the water leaks and springs a leak. But their car coming into turn 2. These cars really do look a bit of a handful, feel quite heavy as well, just sitting on board, not like the nimble F1 cars.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head. They are a little bit heavier. I feel like there's not enough as much power either. So it's but they are like, they're very heavy, quite prone to a bit of understeer.
Yep. Let's see, Scott is already 2 tenths down, and even coming through the fast flick of sort of turn 9 there, it's not as easy as it was earlier on this week in tiers 1 through 4. Let's see now, coming into that second DRS zone. Here we go, DRS flap is open, there we go, Armstrong's flap is open. Let's see, coming now down into the hairpin. Almost felt like you came to a complete stop there, Scott, pretty much. You were kind of like, come on, hurry up, move along. Now coming up into the final part of the lap, can he improve his time of a 1:21.0? Now foot to the floor as we've got 3 minutes and 37 seconds left. No, is he going to go into the pits? Yes, he's into the pits. Mark, you're out. Simba, you're on a fast lap. You're about 77 1,000ths up in your Heineken mobile. Oh, you've given up.
I'm just running out of fuel.
Ah. It's a common theme coming currently. Let's have a look. Let's be on board with G-Star's IBAN Ray-Ban machine. IBAN first. I'm going to Google IBAN first and see who these people are. And I'll bring it to the IBAN first. It's a fully authorised bank of Belgium. It's fully authorised and regulated by the National Bank of Belgium. There you go. Learn something new every day that you'll never need to remember. He's 1/10 of a second up at the moment, coming through sector 1 now into 2. Let's see what he can do. Who do you bank with? I bank with IBAN first. I think not. Let's see what he can do. Car nicely turned in there, which is always good. Most people are out except 4 drivers who are in the pits at the moment. Kid Dynamite, Scott, Jackster and Matthew Kelly. Host of stars in your eyes. Let's see what he can do as G-Star comes round in 8th at the moment. And he's got a yellow just coming up to him because one of the HWA Force India's Racing Point Jordans has spun. Here we go. Let's see what he can do. Can he improve from his 121.3? He's coming across the line. It feels so pedestrian. He does. 121.2. So he improved by just over 1/10 of a second. Booty in 6th at the moment in his Lirim Zindeli. Yes, Gecky, I did call you Matthew Kelly. I'm sure you don't look like Matthew Kelly, but as they say tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be a Formula 2 car. Oh, what's this trident got on the side? Volker vessels. It sounds a bit like the guy who played Chekhov in Star Trek in the movies, bless his soul. But yeah. Anyway. Actually, I don't know if Gecky would get the Matthew Kelly reference, because he's Dutch Geordie. I don't know. Ish. Anyway. Monster's up until 11th. Bildy Baldy's 12th. Fanning is 13th. Mark D, you're in the pits. I take it you're not coming out again.
I ain't got time to come out again.
And Mr. Hodgson, you're not coming out again either.
No, I made a mistake on my build.
Lurapel is slower in his Remus HWA Race Lab. It's a bit annoying because look, he's got a colour of pink against him, but his car's black and blue. I mean, that's just causes trouble. Right, let's see, 120.3, so he's 4/10 of a second quicker, but Kid Dynamite, Mark and Scott are not going to improve the time. Boothie is in 5th place in his blue Zirandeli what's it got in the back? Ajdini Spedition and Logistics. Speed and Logistics? Anyway, there we go, folks. Qualifying is over in Formula 2. God knows how I managed to get through 30 minutes of randomness. Oh, he's in an MP Motorsport car, and Confetti Krieg's got 5 place grid penalty for a collision with G-Star. So 10th goes to 15th for him. Not good at all, but Lirapel is currently in provisional pole. Kid Dynamite, he just had to, he had an Alpine in front of him there. Dak Convertible's decided that he much prefers mowing the lawn as opposed to actually driving on the black tarmac. Loppy is, well, he's got his flap open, so he's flappy lappy at the moment. Confetti Krieg is in 10th. Dean says, by the way, only one set of tyres in qualifying, that's why no one's improving. Yes, exactly, one set of tyres, but still entertaining in a way. So there is Lirapel, Kid Dynamite, Mark H, Scott, Boothie, G-Star, Dak Convertible, Simba, Loppy. Confetti Krieg's actually down to 15th. Monster in 11th, he'll get promoted to 10th. Bildy Baldy is in 12th. Fan Ning is in 13th. Carl's in 14th. Neil's in 15th. Rob is in 16th. Sambal 17th. Jack's the 18th. Gecky Matthew, otherwise known as Matthew Kelly, 19th. And SFR Energy down in 20th. To be fair, I could have called Gecky Matthew Jeremy Beadle, because that was the other thing that was going through my head. Again, you might not know who Jeremy Beadle is.
I think he's got a lot of nicknames as that man.
Oh, he does.
Anybody needs to know what's going through your head.
Oh, actually, sorry, no, actually, do you know who I am going to call Jeremy Beadle tonight? Bildy Baldy. Bildy Baldy's new name is Jeremy Beadle. Because, actually, his name is close to Beadle. Bildy. Anyway, there we go. I'm going to make
up. How mixed up this grid is.
Oh, I know.
It is, isn't it?
It is exciting, though, for the race. Whoa, the run down to turn 1.
Yeah. And who's going to choose which tyres as well?
Well, exactly. We shall see. Is going to be the key at the end of the day.
G-Star's got 10th place grid position. Grid
Ah.
drop.
Wow.
And Loppy and Confetti Krieg 5 place drops. So G-Star goes down to 16th. Confetti Krieg will go 15th. Loppy will go 14th. But actually, it'll then work itself out through the various 10 places. But there we go, folks. That is your grid for this F2 race. HWA, Race Lab, Prema, Uni, Virtuosi, that don't have any Carl or relation at all. What the drip, says that convertible. I don't know. I mean, if you've got a drip, go and speak to the dams boys. They deal with dikes and drips.
Or the doctors.
Or, well, yeah, that's true. Shut the tap off.
Or Hoseman.
Or Hoseman, yes. Yeah, you can
speak
to Hosepipe, yeah, although there's a hosepipe ban right now. What a shame.
Has anybody let him know then?
Not yet, anyway. Change the world drip by drip, says the BWT advertising. It probably doesn't say drip by drip, it's probably drop by drop, but anyway, we'll go with drip. Yes, we're not at that point, Jay. Anyway. Let me just take a little sip there of nice tea. But we are ready. Right. Why is Mandy going, oh God? I can only imagine, actually, to be fair. Might have something to do with me, but anyway.
You can't even change your fuel load or anything.
You've got plus 2 laps of fuel and you can't change it.
What are you going
There's
on?
Not a lot you can change, to be honest. There's not much you can.
Are you going on the primes or the options?
I don't know which is which.
The primes, the harder, and the options is the floppy one. Yeah.
I've gone medium.
So you've gone for the prime. Right. Are we having a formation lap? No, we're not. We are going for it because we're in 4 red lights and 5 red lights and we're underway in Formula 2 for MRC-X. Yes, there we go. Happy days. It's a great start there from Lirapel. Scott's made a fabulous start. Is already into the lead in his Halfords mobile. Someone's making a bit of a dive bomb up the inside there. I don't know who that was, but we'll come back to that. Lirapel in the Force India HW. Oh, he had a huge crash in the back. Simba, I think you're in there as well. But we've had an accident, we've had someone who's spun in the background, we've got some damage there, because you've been involved in that, and I think there's a few cars involved in there. How we've not got a safety car already? Look, we've got 2x2x2, Kid Dynamite and Mark, you're having a bit of a moment now coming down into turn 7, but it's all go from the start. Scott and Mr. MRC-X himself is in the lead, then Lurapel and Dynamite Mark is in fourth, Boothie following closely by in his blue and white thing, and Dak Invertible has been overtaken by Boothie, he's gone into fifth, and Fanning has moved up as well. Oh, and Fanning has had a moment because he's up to fifth, and Boothie's down. Oh, one of the cars. I've no idea which team it is, but a car that's blue and white has just gone down. It looks like Boothie. Could be Energy Dan, could be anybody. Who knows? It's like a horse race. You don't actually know what's going to happen. Everyone is eager beavers to get around tonight, and one of the cars there just decided to go a bit of a hop over. That was Boothie. He's kind of dropped himself, fanning up into fifth place at the moment, though. Bildy Baldy Jeremy Beadle himself down into 16th, but Scott is the one that's leading, although he's got Lurapel right behind him. So let's look at the Halfords Armstrong's car, otherwise known as the Dam. She's on the medium tyres and coming into turn one. Oh, and Kit Dynamite maybe outbroke himself there. That will allow Mark you just time to come and hook back on, but now coming into 2 and 3. Let's just have a look at the tyres. Everyone is on the mediums, and no surprises there. Someone could have been adventurous, to say the least, but there we go. Scott leading, Lurapel second, Mark's in fourth. Fanning is in fifth place. Oh, you get a 5-second penalty, Mr. Simba, for ignoring a yellow flag, apparently. Not quite sure what yellow flag that was.
Geke had spun, was ghosted, and when I went past him, it flagged out.
We need a safety car. Scott's had a moment because Scott's been passed. Mark, you're
having a moment myself.
Yeah, you're deciding to explore some of the dry parts of Amsterdam's local area. Fanning in fourth, Scott is down into third, so he's been overtaken by both Lurapel and Kid Dynamite at the moment. Jeremy Beadle in 13th. Watch out, Beadle's about. Jacksta is in 14th, he comes from Milton Keynes, apparently. But there we go. Gecky Matthew Kelly down in 20th currently. There is Jason Derulo and his Heineken. Oh, you've got a front wing damage. Are you going to pit for that, or are you just going to keep going?
I'm keeping going for now.
Quite right. Neil is in front of you. There is Craig. Not Daniel Craig. G-Start's definitely not on the wet tyres this time. He's in 16th place. I think he looks like he's got a full front wing at the moment in his IBAN. Jeremy Beadle has went past Floppy Loppy, so Beadle's about has got up the inside of Floppy Loppy, although he doesn't have a front wing really much either. Boothie is there, Gene Genie also in his Tesla CPI Charoos, that's it, I'm going to have to get this right at some point. Energy Dan, he was 20th on the grid. He's up to 9th. Great start. Carl was there as well. I think Carl was about 18th on the grid. He's up to 8th in his David Beckman Campos. That's it, David Beckman. That just reminds me of Dr. Beckman. It's like you get them for cleaning washing machines, and you just pour the substance in, put it on a cycle, and it goes and cleans and makes it all pretty. And Shiny, Dak Invertible is in 6th, and he's Trident nuclear missile. Kind of, it's a bit of a DRS train. DRS will be activated this lap. We're already on. Lose track of time in these F2 races because you're trying to so much focus on everything else that's going on. Right, we've got a Prima with the fastest lap of the race. There we go. I'm definitely not going to give the guy who commentates for F2 a run for his money. Not a clue. Scott is in third place. He's kind of hanging on there in the challenger tier. Lurapel quickest in and leading in the elite tier. Mr. Hodgson is in fourth place in the elite tier. Dak Invertible is second, and he is then Energy Dan. Nope, Energy Dan won it, so he's not. Then it's Boothie. Absolutely some cracking battles. Actually, just behind you, Mr. Hodgson, there's about a three-way battle between Dak Invertible, Carl and Andrew at the moment. But you're just
seeing them in my mirror, and it's unnerving because a lot of the brake boards that you would use are gone.
Not good, especially when it's cars you're not familiar with. And here comes the battle because Dak Invertible, he manages. I thought Carl was going to try and put a nose up the front there. Carl in his Campos machine. Is that a Brazilian team or something like that? But there we go. Tell you one thing, you kind of look in these F2 cars as if you kind of get quite close to someone and then you kind of pull out more. It's a bit unnerving, but let's see, because Dak Invertible will get DRS. His flap will open. And there we go, it does indeed. But the other two behind are catching. Mark, you don't have DRS, but he's not catching you too quickly, so you are protected. Although he does run really deep, does Dakenverble. Oh, and he had a little battle there, a little wheel bashing with Carl there. Carl's lost out to Andrew, who's going round the outside.
Oh, LaRappel's gone in turn 3.
Oh, and LaRappel has gone indeed. He's gone down, and down. Andrew has managed to stay in front of Carl as they went through the banking. Andrew and his Dan Tictum Carlin Racing. Attacking Verbal up into 5th. Hodgie now turns up to 3rd in the elite class, and Scott in 2nd overall, but leading in the challenger tier. Rob has passed Dan in their battle between the Tesla and the Make-A-Wish Foundation cars. Boothie, who has a colour of red and is in a car which has no red, so that's just false advertising, but there we go. That's Formula 2 for you. Let's see what we can do. Anyway, here we go. As he comes up the inside, oh, Dan's had a moment, and Dan tried to win up the inside there in his real State of the Nation, or whatever it's called. He tried to go up the inside, coming into the chicane there, up against you. Dan wasn't having any of it, and he drops down into 11th. Jeremy Beadle is just in front of him, and Jeremy Beadle is being followed by Laura Pell, his teammate. So there we go. You can call him Jeremy Beadle, and Laura Pell can be Jim Bowen. There we go, from Bullseye fame. Is he going to make a bullseye up the inside of Dan? No, he doesn't. He does try to go around the outside, though. Question is, when will these tyres start to go off? That is the ultimate question here, folks. Yes, indeed, Mr. Bailey. We will need to rename the stream once it's finished, because I made a slight error. I was just looking to catch people out, though. There we have it. Sam Bell's retired. He's lost it coming in through the banking. And I can see it. We've just been on board with Simba and in his Mumbai Falcons. And that is a full safety car now. It's a bit early to pit, gentlemen. What's your thoughts?
Good question. That is a very good question, actually.
13 laps to go. It's probably you're not going to make it on a set of option tyres, which will be the softs. But then
I think if you'd already pitted, if you'd started on the softs, this would have been ideal.
Yes.
But nobody did, I don't think, from what you're saying.
No, and it would have been ideal. Anyone who'd gambled on the softs would have been almost laughing at this point in time, because they could have then put the mediums on and they would have been a pit stop ahead. But to go from the mediums right now to the softs would probably be not advisable. So Kid Dynamite and Scott are coming through. Then we've got Fanning in 3rd. Mark, you are in 4th. Dak Invertible behind you in his Trident. M. Sato. Then Andrew having a good race in 6th place in his Carling. Then we've got Carl in his Camp Machine. Rob in his Charoux Racing. See, Charoux and Trident look very similar. Boothie is there in 9th, and then we've got Jeremy Beadle and Jim Bowen in 10th and 11th. We've got Graham. That's who I'm calling G-Star tonight. And then we've got IKEA Boy in 13th. That's Confetti Creek. Is he in a Campos? Yes, he is in a Campos. Get in. I'm getting these team names known. I'll know them all by the end of the race. Gecky Matthews in a Teo Purchair ART Art Attack. Art Attack? That had Neil Buchanan as its host, Art Attack. There we go. Did. There we go. See these names coming out.
Occasionally went and visited Morph as well. I used to love those.
Yes, yeah, exactly. He did as well. Yeah, you're right. Energy Dan in his Roy Nissani Nissan. There's Jacksta in his Oscar Piastri car, and there is Neil and Mr. Simba. Oh, you've pitted Mr. Simba.
Opportunity for a wing change.
Yes, I was thinking that, to be perfectly honest. Let's have a look. Did anyone else stop? Yes, Energy Dan Jacksta and Neil all stopped. Now, I'm going to ask the question. Do you genuinely think you're going to get to the end of the race on these tyres?
I reckon I'll need to stop again, but I'm going to be in the pack with everybody else.
You will?
To stop.
Yeah, you will know exactly, and I think that's a fair shout. Safety car will not be coming in this lap because the field is so spread at the moment. So let's take a closer look, folks, at these cars that we're driving tonight. So I'm going to give my assessment of each car. This could be difficult. Right, so we've got this car of Kid Dynamite's. It's a... whatever it is. Not sure. Don't quite know, but it's red, white and blue. It's a bit dull. Scott is in a Dams, and it's a bit like... it likes the blue. There's a turquoise in there, there's a bit of sea blue, there's a bit of dark blue in there. Oh, he's got an... oh, he's... not... Scott, I'm not criticising your helmet here, by all means, I'm not at all, because I know we're doing it in honour of Her Majesty. You have put what looks like the French flag. Yeah, might move quickly on from that. Right, Fanning. He's in a Richard Verschure turquoisey blue and white. I don't mind that, actually. I think that's okay. I like Hodgie. I like your I know I don't like Alpine, right? And we know this. Oh, you're in Guan Yu Zhou. Car.
Yeah.
Oh, safety car in this lap. I'll have to talk about liveries again, but here we go. Kid Dynamite's going to lead the pack away. Let's get rid of the interval. Let's see what we can do. Oh, we're down to 5 people watching. I'm not convinced.
I don't think it's working.
No. I'm not convinced the F2 experiment is working. Either that or they've just got fed up of listening to me. But here we go. I think Kid Dynamite's going. No, he's not gone yet. It's quite hard to know when they're going in. Oh! Scott, I think, tried to make a move early, and I'm not quite sure whether Kid Dynamite and Mark, you're coming up the inside, steaming up the inside, and going to go for second place. Make sure. Oh, you jumped on the curb there and had a little bing bang battle with Scott, but you're still there, and I'm watching you just now side by side. Mandy's 2 of the people. It's always good, Mandy. I do like that. Get more devices logged on, please. But there we are. Here's Mark with Scott behind him. Scott tried to go a little bit earlier in Kid Dynamite. Didn't quite make it. But there we have it. Still not quite sure if I like the sounds of these cars either. Armstrong's and Scott. There's Fanning behind him at the moment. The man from Liverpool. Calm down, calm down. Calm down, calm down, calm down. What you doing? Machine. Then we've got Dak Invertible, who's from Yorkshire, or Rotherham. Very softly spoken individual. There's Andrew and his Tictum Carlin going for it. I'm going to keep... Oh! Who's doing what, Simba?
It's been driven into by an individual.
Oh, that's never a good sign. Here's a Nissan. Dan is in a Nissan, or we'll call him a Datsun for this evening, just on the premise of that. There's Neil. There's Jackster. Here's Confetti Craig. Jeremy Beadle has been passed by his teammate, Jim Bowen, and Rob has decided to pit, so Rob is going for the final 8 laps on the soft option tyres. There we go, in the pits. There he is. Nicely done. Remember, not really fast pit stops. Oh, there we go, glitch, but he's away again, so he's probably left that a little bit late, but there we go. Mark, you are pretty much having to battle Mr. Scott behind you. We've got a yellow, someone has spun, that is G-Star, thinking Confetti Creek's got a 5-second penalty as well.
Yeah, Scott's looking very quick at the moment.
He is.
Can't do much about Dynamite.
No, he's kind of driving away in the distance, but Scott's been practicing for this all of his life. You can tell. He's in the zone in this F2 car. Oh, I think he's going to go around the outside of you. Yeah, he's going to try to go around the outside as come into the chicane. You late brake, but nicely done there. Put the car on the apex. Nicely done. Covers off the exit. Oh, up to 7 people watching. Hey, record's being broken tonight, folks. But let's see what we can do. Remember, DRS will now become active. So let's just jump back down to Scott. There we are, DRS enabled, and already people going into the pits, so the first calls are being made for pit stops. Fanning, Dakin Verbal and Monster are in the pits. Oh, and you've been... Oh, Scott's kind of rear-ended you there.
He has, unfortunately.
Yes, I think he misjudged his braking. And his dams has well and truly sprung a leak. But it has allowed Jeremy Beadle and Jim Bowen in 4th and 5th. That's Jeremy Beadle is Baldy Baldy, remember? But is Scott's under attack from Carl coming through 7 and 8. Oh, it's going to get tasty. And right behind them they've got Jim Bowen himself, Lurapel. Lurapel, who was in the top 3 for the sort of opening part of the race. Let's see, Simba up into 10th place. So actually, with the fuel load going down, you never know, we might be able to get there. Yellow in sector 2, and we got yellow in
just
sector
got hit
2.
again.
Oh, this is not what we need at all. Scott's down to 6th, so Scott's had a moment. Has he maybe lost part of his wing? No, it doesn't look like it. He just looks as if he's had a little bit of a moment. Let's see who pits this lap. I would fully expect the likes of Kid Dynamite, Carl, Jim Bowen and Jeremy Beadle to pit. Probably expect yourself, Mr. Hodgson, to pit as well.
Yeah, affirmative.
Scott is going to come in. All of them are coming in except Jeremy Beadle. And Scott hasn't come in either. Oh, well, interesting. And Dan hasn't gone in either. So the two teammates of Dams are stayed out. Jeremy Beadle and his Force India has stayed out as well. Confetti Krieg is out. Simba, you're now up to 6th place in your soft shod Red Bull Carling Jason Derulo mobile. Neil and Loppy, I think they're teammates tonight looking at the car. Tyden, oh, who knows. There's Fanning, he's out, so he's looking in good position in his soft compound tires. There's that convertible. There's Rob, he came in a lap earlier. There's Monster. Carl, Jim Bowen there. There's Dan the Man. And there is Mr. Hodgson, and he's a beautiful Alpine colour car. Gecky, Matthew and G-Star are teammates tonight, and they're joining each other on 17th and 18th. There is teammate Love, and there is Jacksta in his HP Tuners, sponsored by Alpine. Is Kid Dynamite going to go into the pits? Let's jump on board with him at the moment. Yes! He's coming into the pit lane, here we go. Is Jeremy Beadle going to come in? It'll going to be see how the time, is it going to be the undercut or is the overcut going to work? Jeremy Beadle does come in. Scott is also joining him. Dan continues, and Jeremy Beadle's got speeding in the pit lane. 5 seconds. Oh, this is terrible. Watch out. The speeder's about. That is Jeremy Beadle. Scott is there as well. Call him Scott McDonald after the Celtic striker. There we go. Happy days. Scott McDonald. Jeremy Beadle just coming out, but remember, he's got that penalty. Lurapel, Jim Bowen is there, and Carl's just coming out. So actually, this hasn't worked out at all for Scott or Jeremy Beadle, because they have dropped down. The undercut has definitely been proven to be more powerful this evening. Here comes Monster. He's absolutely all over the back of Rob. Gaining, nudging him along. Almost going, come on, Rob, get out of my way. I'm a monster and I want through in my private apartment, Fraser Residence, Carling. Confetti Krieg has dropped down. He's had a moment, or 2, 3. But there we are, Rob and Andrew fighting. Confetti Krieg is there in his Campos Mobile, that convertible there as well. Fanning and Kid Dynamite, are they in the same team? No, slightly different colours. There we go. Loppe and Neil probably in different colours. Simba, you're up to 2nd, mate. You're right behind Energy Dan, who hasn't pitted yet. So, no, he has pitted actually, sorry. He has. So it's Dan and Simba, and then Neil. What a change, especially when you think that Kid Dynamite was leading, and he's... and yes, a couple of people did pit. Loppe's just gone into the pits as well, so he's going to come out last. Or second last.
Not convinced these tyres will go to the end though.
No. Monster and Genie and Rob are having a moment. Andrew's gone round the outside. What a good move if he can pull it off, and he has indeed done it. Carl's behind, and it's Andrew who's gone up into 8th place. So he is in the elite, so that will be first, second. Got to work this out, folks. Third, fourth in the elite tier, and he's chasing down Confetti Krieg. There we have it. What a battle. Oh, and Andrew's going to try and go up the inside as we now come into turn 10, but does he manage to get through? He's going to go on the inside. Yes, he does. What a move. Confetti Krieg had a moment. He ran wide, but he has indeed passed. Now, let's just have a look at some tyres. Confetti Krieg, no wonder he's running wide. He's on 13 lap old mediums. Sun. Oh, and there's a little bit of contact there between, I think it was Carl and Jim Bowen, otherwise known as Le Rappel. But they managed to get through. The two Campos machines have just rear-ended each other. And Jeremy Beadle has managed to go through, and Sambal's left the session, but he'd already gone, so Sambal is gone and away. Oh, what's this? This is Scott looking up the inside of Jeremy Beadle, but it doesn't manage it. Kid Dynamite in 4th place at the moment, fastest lap of the race in his Prima Racing, or Prima, or whatever. But there we have it. So, let's go back to the front. Simba half a second behind Energy Dan. Are you making much progress on him?
I get close, but I don't think I've got enough speed to actually get past him.
Well,
in different class, I don't actually need to be honest.
Yep. And let's just go down to the pen at the moment. We're going to go and speak to Gavley Pinkham, who's got CBG Sambal with her.
Thank you very much, CBG Sambal. You spun at the banking. Utterly horrific. What is your thoughts?
Well, it wasn't that good, to be perfectly honest. There wasn't a lot of grip. That's it, I've had enough. There you go, folks. Gavley Pinkham and what I imagine CBG Sambal sounds like. But anyway.
MRC first for everybody.
There we go. Wait until we get to the Ted Garretts in the pit lane. Here we go, though. Right. Simba has got DRS. Let's see what he can do. He's not gaining very much, though. And Energy Dan just went right to the inside. Mark's going to try and swing round the outside. Oh, that was a heart and mouth stuff there, Mr. Simba. I bet
that really was.
I think you nearly went a little bit of an accident there, because that was Dan just came out of the first corner, got a tank slapper on, and he's down into 10th. I think he's pretty much fallen down the grid, to be perfectly honest. So he's down into 15th. So Neil in second, being hunted down by Kid Dynamite himself. Gavley Pinkham is looking for Chris Bailey, who is not here this evening. She is very disappointed by that. Wonder if Connor's watching this in the pub. If he is, God help him. He'll basically come back and go, "You've ruined these MRC-X," and I'll go, "Yep." Right, Kid Dynamite is now coming for you, Simba. You've got 3 laps to hold him off.
It's risky, but I think I'll try.
Yep. Let's see, Mark, you are chasing down Scott.
Yeah, he was very quick in a straight line, actually.
Yep. You've got DRS. Let's see what we can do. As we power out, 0.3 of a second gap between Simba and Kid Dynamite. We'll keep an eye on that. But looks like, Mark, Mr. Hodgson, you are gaining on Scott. Looks like he compromised his entry into the final corner before the banking there, but
yeah, he got a good one out of it again, though. Now I've got E17 for company. I don't know if he's going to have enough.
Jeremy Beadle's going to go up the inside of you. He's going to go the inside of Scott as well. Oh, he touched the rear wing and the front wing. Is that going to allow you to go through up the inside? Yes, it does. And Jeremy Beadle went from 12th to 12th. You went from, well, what was 11th to 10th, but then it was 12th. There we go, up into 10th. Rob is in front of you. And Simba, you are just keeping in front. Although Kid Dynamite's making a move up the inside. As they come into the corner there, they're both going to go side by side. Coming into the DRS zone, where is the detection line? There is a detection line. Who's going to get it, though? I think it might end up being Kid Dynamite. He's going to out-drag you, and he does. He's got it. But you're going to get DRS as you come down the main straight. So make sure you get up close and personal to him. Otherwise, the man in the number 1 car is going to take the number 1 position. Neil is behind you with Fanning on his Profield vehicle. He's got Dak and Verbal behind him. There is Jim Bowen in his pink, not pink machine. Andrew is in 7th place. Carl is in 8th, but Carl's got his penalty to take. Rob is there, and Mr. Hodgson, you are getting you. Scott behind you. Then we got Jeremy Beadle, the man himself. Then we got Boothie. And G-Star. Let's just jump back to the top and see what is happening. Dak Invertible, he's trying to have a wee look. Monster is under attack there from Carl. We've got just over a lap and a half to go. It's probably the earliest MRC-X finish in history of an hour. But let's see what Andrew can do on the penultimate lap. Hodgie, you're 3.5 behind Gene, but you've got an absolutely rampaging Scott McDonald behind you in his Halfords Armstrong's mobile, and we've got a yellow because I think that is Floppy Loppy has spun it at the banking. He has indeed, but he hasn't lost really any more places than he did earlier. Dak Invertible is past Fanning. And it's DRS, but is Fanning going to try and come back past them as they come into the chicane? No, he does not. Those older tyres, Simba telling, as you drop behind Kid Dynamite, but still a great recovery drive considering the opening lap. Mark H, unlucky for the instance that kind of happened. But let's see, what can Fanning do on Dak Invertible? Is Jay going to finish in 4th place and take 2nd or 3rd? It would be in the Challenger class. Dan is retired in the pits. He was having some issues, but no, Dak Invertible is not passed by Fanning. Jim Bowen is in 6th. There is Monster with Carl coming up behind him. You and Neil having a battle. Neil just decided to do a Kevin Magnussen coming into the banking and ran a little bit wide.
This is very strange. I've just passed a back marker, now I have an illegal overtake.
Ah, well, that's certainly not good.
I don't know how that's happened.
That will be reviewed. Yeah, that will be reviewed. Jeremy Beadle didn't get, but we've got his G-Star who's had the moment. But there we have it. Kid Dynamite absolutely flying away in the distance, 4 seconds, but Simba and Neil having a little bit of a battle on board now with the race leader. Well, we were on board with him, but we're now back off board with him because we're going to have a look at Simba and Neil. Nelly the Elephant, that's his new name. And his polka dot shorts. And there we go. Kid Dynamite, we're going to jump back on board with the man who's going to take victory in the MRC-X F2 race as he comes round the banking. He's going to come to the entry of the... Well, he then decides just to weave his showboating, and Simba's going to come across the line in 2nd and take the Challenger class victory with Neil in 3rd. He takes 2nd in the Challenger class. Dak Invertible 3rd in the Challenger class. Fanning, though, takes 4th overall, and Jim Bowen, because Dak Invertible's got penalties. Monster, therefore, finishes 4th in the elite tier. Then we've got Dak Invertible, then Rob. Jeremy Beadle's unserved time penalty pushes him down to 13th, Carl 9th, Boothie 10th. Mark, you finished 11th, but I think the 5 seconds will sort out. Then Scott, then Jeremy Beadle, then Graham, then Floppy Loppy, and Confetti Creek.
You don't want to know what my tyres were on.
85%.
My worst was 71.
Oh,
I had one at 71, 2 at 69, and 1 at 59.
Oh, Confetti Creek's just dived into the pits on the final lap, so he's going to do a Michael Schumacher Silverstone 98. Here's Gecky Matthew Kelly. Eventually, he'll come over the line. I've aged about 12 years in that split second. But there we have it. That was an exciting F2 race.
I actually quite enjoyed it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I think partially done too, but other than that, yes. I think it was actually really good fun, to be perfectly honest.
It was. I think first time we've done it. Different types of cars, different types of handling, different types of qualifying rules. If we do it again, I think maybe 100% race, because I know that it's, the feature race is 60 minutes max. So good to see. There is a Prima of Kid Dynamite. Yeah, I'm not liking these team names. Oh, it's the same woman that's always there. Irrespective of which team, she's always there. She does seem to change team quite frequently. Anyway, well, less of the podium celebrations. There we have it, folks. Provisional results as it stands until Stewards and Cars. Kid Dynamite takes the victory on track, followed by Simba. So Kid Dynamite takes the Elite Tier 1 and Simba takes the Challenger Tier 1. Could he pretty much round up the championship soon enough? Who knows? Neil in third overall, second in Challenger, and Fanning takes second in Elite. Lirapel, otherwise known as Jim Bowen, is in fifth. He takes third in the Elite Tier. Monster, absolutely superb drive from Andrew in the Amstel car. He comes home in sixth. That convertible in seventh. Gene Genie in eighth. Carl takes ninth in his Campos machine. Boothie and his Member of Parliament comes 10th. Mark, you came 11th in your Renault Sport Uni Virtuoso. Dams Scott in 12th. Jeremy Bido in the HWA Race Lab Force India Racing Point Jordan Midland came home 13th. G-Star Graham in his ART. Floppy Loppy in his Trident. Well, it didn't explode this time for him. It just went limp. Confetti Krieg in 16th. Matthew Kelly 17th. Jackstow is in 18th. Energy Dan retired. And Sambao retired. There we have it, folks. MRC-X on a Friday night. We never got more than about 12 viewers. Connor will be back this time next week. Don't worry. You will have to put up with me. Oh, well, you will actually next week in Monza for Tier 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. But the two marks, thank you very much for this evening. It's been the most randomest evening ever known to man. I didn't even get to cover my Dutch facts, if I'm being perfectly honest, which is extremely disappointing, which means I'll just have to save them for next time we come back to Dutchland. Enjoy it then?
Yeah, actually, yeah, it was good fun.
It was
different.
that.
Different. Yeah. There we go. And I'm going to leave you with two facts from Holland. Or actually, you're not allowed to call it Holland anymore. You've got to call it Netherlands. Carrots were turned orange by the Dutch. For centuries, carrots were yellow, white or purple. There you go. Imagine putting a purple carrot in your mouth. However, in the 17th century, they turned orange. The original species were phased out. And let's do one final one. It's the sixth happiest country in the world. Finland, Denmark, Switzerland, Norway and Iceland are happier nations. So if you want to be happy, go to Netherlands and have a little play with our weeds. Right, from me this evening, have a lovely rest of your Friday evening. Mark, thank you very much. And we will be back again on Monday evening for Tier 1 and Tier 2, starting at 7 o'clock with Tier 2 and 8:45 for Tier 1. But have a lovely evening and a great weekend.